and welcome to another episode of Spotlight on Stage, where we shine a light on theatre across Greater Manchester. I'm Michelle Eagleton. This is where you find me every Monday. And if you are new to the show, a great big hello. If you love theatre, then you're definitely in the right place, because every week I bring you the latest theatre news about productions coming to our city. And I also give you a what's on guide to what is coming up in the next 7 days at stages across Greater Manchester. I do like a good old natter as well, so you will find that I do interviews with stars in front of the stage and behind the scenes. So full of lots of entertainment for you to enjoy. A great big warm welcome and hello if you are a regular. Well, let's kick off and get on with the show, because we have got some exciting news, especially if you are a fan of Victoria Wood. Now, I know I am, and Hope Mill Theatre announced this week. Acorn Antiques, the musical, is going to return to the stage for one night only. It's going to be at the Opera House on Sunday, the 2nd of November, and it's a special fundraising concert directed by Hope Mill's own Joe Houston and William Welton. Now, if it's anything like the past two one-off concerts that Hope Mill have put on, this is going to be top notch. I saw Gypsy, I've seen Nine, and this one is based on the iconic sketch show Victoria Wood, as seen on TV. You definitely would remember it. Acorn Antiques, run by sisters Miss Babs and Miss Berta. And of course, there's a certain elderly tea lady called Mrs. Overall. It's going to be a laugh out loud musical parody. It's sure to have you rolling in the aisles and toe tapping. They haven't announced the actual cast for this, but I can tell you it is going to be very, very special. The tickets go on sale tomorrow from 10 o'clock, Tuesday, the 6th of May. And this concert is also celebrating 10 years of Hope Mill Theatre. And all that box office money go towards their outreach program, which includes Hope Mill Theatre School, as well as fundraising a brand new community space that is going to go within Hope Mill. I honestly can't wait for that cast announcement. I think it's going to be really, really starry. I will keep you posted on that one. And talking of keeping you posted, well, I'm getting you ready and excited for Dear England coming to Salford. It's going to be at Lowry from the 29th of May for a full month. It's come direct from the National Theatre and has won so many awards along the way. Of course, it's written by James Graham and it is based on the World Cup and the Euros. The England squad, and at the helm, Sir Gareth Southgate. Now, playing the role of Gareth is Gwilym Lee. You might remember him from Bohemian Rhapsody as Brian May. Again, he's taken on a real role, and this is what he had to say about the possibility of Gareth coming to see him in action.
I'd love it for him to come. It might be a bit weird for him, and he's quite, by his own admission, an introvert, really. So it might be, tricky for him to come see it, and he'd certainly have to come incognito with a hat and some dark shades, probably. But I would love to meet him, and I'd just pick his brains. The more I get to learn about him, the more fascinated I am about him, and the more respect I have for him. I just think he's quite an amazing, amazing individual. I know that now. We know that now, but with time to look back at it, and we'll understand how much of an impact he's had, not just on football, but on British society and British culture. So I'd love him to come and see it. If he doesn't, I hear he's a keen golfer. I'm a keen golfer. Maybe we could just have a round of golf and a natter. There's plenty of good golf courses in the Northwest, so I'm sure we could find something.
That would be so good if Gareth came to see Dear England at the Lowry. I mean, he's not seen it yet, so you never know. Keep those eyes peeled. And if you want to go and see Dear England, it runs at Lowry from the 29th of May to the 29th of June. And to book those all-important tickets, all you need to do is head to our website, ilovemanchester.com theatre. I can tell you it's an absolute cracker. I went to see it at the National Theatre, a real spectacle and so much emotion. If you also want to catch more of my interview with Gwilym Lee, it will be here on the Isle of Manchester Theatre Facebook page later this week. Now, talking of this week, what else is on at theatres across our fair city? Let's take a look. Well, if you fancy something brilliantly bonkers and a bit of a thriller, then head down to the Octagon because the 39 Steps is still showing. Yes, it is an adaptation of Hitchcock's iconic film, and it follows the dashing Richard Hannay as he embarks on an adventure filled with daring antics, romantic encounters, and ghastly murders. Now, the brilliant thing about this is there's just four talented actors playing over 150 characters. It's going to have you laughing, gasping, and definitely cheering for more. If you want to catch it whilst it's at the Octagon, then it is running until the end of this week, Saturday, the 10th of May. Elsewhere over at the Royal Exchange, Abigail's Party is still in full swing. Mike Leigh's tragic comic masterpiece is actually set in Manchester this time instead of Essex. It's the height of 1970s suburbia class. Ambition is at the helm. And of course, Beverly Moss, the hostess with the mostess, played by the wonderful Kim Marsh, and her very put upon and frustrated husband, Lawrence, who is played by Graham Hawley. The latest tracks are on the record player. The drinks are flowing. There's even a bowl of olives. What is going to go on? Well, it's quickly going to descend into chaos. This is an absolute classic and it has a brilliant cast. If you want to catch it, it is extended until the 24th of May. Now, we mentioned Hope Mill Theatre before, and this week they are hosting a night at the Oscars. Very starry indeed. It's running from tomorrow night until the 11th of May, and it really does tell the story of the golden age of Hollywood through song, dance, and stories. There's going to be fabulous music of Gershwin, Berlin, Porter, Arlen, Bernstein, and many more. If you want a jam packed 2 hour of entertainment and Oscar mania, I don't think you can go wrong with this one. Well, from Oscars to opera, the Mikado is taking to the Lowry stage this week from Thursday, the 8th of May until Saturday, the 10th of May. It's the most colourful and popular production ever in the world of opera, and it is a really inventive company. They've achieved nationwide recognition, Opera della Luna, for their innovative and energetic shows. So we've got costumes inspired by Versace, Jean-Paul Gaultier, sequins, stunning gowns, glorious singing, and a bit of madcap humour. The show's performed with a cast of 8 multi-talented singers stroke actors, no chorus, and the company's own 10-piece orchestral ensemble. I do think this is going to be a one production of the Mikado you have never seen anything like before. And talking to something that you've never seen before, how about a brand new musical? Because over at the Opera House is the world premiere of A Knight's Tale. You might remember the 2001 movie starring Heath Ledger. It is now taking to the stage. Manchester gets it first before it heads to the West End. And I've got to say, it is absolutely fantastic. It's hilarious. It's a comedy. It's got great music, a brilliant cast, and the production on this just feels like you're definitely in the West End. It is lavish, the costumes are amazing, the set is brilliant, and the songs are the ones that you all know and love. We've got S Club 7 in there, we've got Bowie, we've even got a bit of Chesney Hawkes, and really does work, this musical. You have got until Saturday to catch it, and if you want a taste of the action, well, here's what you can expect from the finale. Well, Well, it certainly did entertain. Did you hear that noise? The crowd totally on their feet. Absolutely fantastic. Do try and catch that one if you can. But if you fancy a classic musical, then head down to the Palace Theatre because Mary Poppins is still with us. Yes, she flew into Manchester a couple of weeks ago and she just won't leave. And we don't want her to. She is definitely sprinkling her supercalifragilisticexpialidocious ways across our city, practically perfect in every way. And I could say that about this musical too, because it is fun for all the family. It's got nightly standing ovations, and it really is magical. The special effects are really dazzling, as is the choreography and those unforgettable songs. It's going to be here in Manchester until the 17th of May. Well, if any of those productions whet your appetite, you know where to head. ilovemanchester.com/theatre. We've got loads of information there, lots of reviews, and you can book those all important tickets. I'll be back with more Spotlight on Stage next Monday. I hope you have a great week until then. Do spread the word about our show. If you haven't given us a follow, give us a follow already, and we would love it if you dropped us a comment. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll see you next Monday.